Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So, it can't all be fun and games. Can't spend every day over at the Freedom Compound, even though I really wish I could. Today, I have to do a little bit of work. So I'm up here at my dad's garage, getting ready to clean and organize my work truck. We work construction, so oftentimes things get a little disorganized. The trucks get dirty. I used to try to keep a bottle of Armor All and Windex in my truck, and if we ever had any downtime on the job site, I'd try to give it a quick cleaning. But that stuff went missing this year, fell behind on it, and just between working on the house, working for my dad, doing everything else that I do, the cleanliness on my truck is a little less than satisfactory. So we have it pulled into the garage, nice and warm. I'll take you through the truck and show you all the ins and outs of that and how we organize it. So here's my rig, and here is what I'm dealing with. Nice dirty cab. Kind of gets away from us all during the busy season. Boxes are all disorganized and cluttered with stuff. Here's my shoes. The bed actually doesn't look too bad, but I think we actually just cleaned this out. So that box isn't bad. This is going to be the problem box. I get to go through and throw away all the old junky tools that my dad never lets me throw out.
Don't throw away anything.
He's leaving, so he won't be here. So that's the plan for today.
Want to have it, but when you do have it, you do not want to lose it. And it's a type of fight. Because typically it is. So, 4, 2, 9, 2, 2, 1, 9 with your guesses. What is that? You got it? I think it's court case. Yes, that's it. Oh! You figured that out.
For anybody that's going to give me crap and say, Steve, it's a work truck, doesn't mean it needs to be treated like garbage. It's going to get dirty, I understand, but I think there's a point people need to understand that a work truck or not, this thing still costs a lot of money, and my dad buys it to make it easier on us so we don't have to use our personal vehicles or personal tools. So the least we can do is make an effort at taking care of the stuff that he gets for us to make our lives easier. This kind of stuff drives me nuts.
Everybody gets
I'm gonna look. I'm no music producer, but if I were, I'd send all the bejesus out of that. People are gonna be pissed about Mike Tomlin dancing in the locker room after the game too. Did you see that? I did. He was dancing on Chase Claypool's TikTok. So a few years ago, everybody flipped out because, of course, AB was filming when nobody knew, and then when they caught Tomlin on tape saying, we spotted those a-holes a week or whatever the hell he said about the Patriots.
He's like, where's the basement drive going?
Right.
Let me get in the video.
I think that just proves to you where his attitude is with these guys. It's like, especially having won that game. That was a huge accomplishment. Because This is not a great football team. And for all the people who don't like Mike Tomlin, he guided this team to a playoff berth. They had an 8% chance of making the playoffs yesterday when the day started. 8%. And everything ended up falling in the line, including an incredible...
All right, so the inside of my truck is all clean. Now, if we were closer to like springtime or maybe even a little bit into spring, I would take a hose, soak the floor down, scrub it, and try to clean this up. But for right now, with it still being like going in between days that are freezing, thawing, you know, getting muddy, that's just kind of a waste of my time right now. So sweeping up the floor, and then like I said, whenever we get closer to being into the dry season, that's when I'll really scrub the floor and make that look nice too. But for now, looks like a brand new truck almost. So now that the inside of the cab is done, I jump over here to the boxes, and basically we have a garbage can. Anything that's garbage, just gonna go ahead and pitch. Put these here. I like to keep these in my truck, just underneath the seat or something. That way every once in a while I take one, wipe the dashboard down. It helps just to kind of stay up on top of the dust. Helps with this kind of cleaning. Everyone has been asking for a tour of the trucks. Here you go, you're getting one. My boots. Someone's knee pads. Old crappy hat. So this box is always the challenge box. This is the box that I have all of my finishing tools in. I'm very, very particular about this box because number one, nothing ever seems to get put back, and whenever it does, it just seems like it's thrown in here with no sense of organization, and it drives me absolutely insane. So we're gonna clean this box out, get rid of all the old tools, repaint all of the other tools. I'm gonna repaint them yellow because obviously I have the yellow roof racks. My dad has red roof racks, Tommy has black roof racks. So we can kind of color coordinate all of our tools to make sure everything gets put back with no sense of, oh, I didn't know this is where that went, or whatever the excuse may be.
Report is sponsored by Safe Auto Insurance.
Can you see that? This is why you don't step on edgers. I had this box cleaned out, and I went ahead and labeled this drawer here. I know it doesn't look clean in there. It is. I like my floats here. I like my edgers down here. Specialty tools like our 2-inch edger, border edger, our 45-degree joiner, stuff like that doesn't get used that much. I like right here. That way it doesn't work its way to the back. Like the 2-inch edger, it happens at least once a day or at least once a week that I'm looking for it and it just got shoved in the back corner there. So I have to rifle through everything. So having all of that weird stuff that we don't really use that much up here really helps. Brooms and sponges here, joiners there, and then scraper trowels. Nowhere to really write it, but I like those back in between the box and the tray. Okay, so everything in my truck, the cab is all nice and clean, windows are clean, boxes are organized. Now everything I took out of the cab, it's time to find a spot for putting back in. And as I do that, I'm gonna label the boxes, the liners, like I did on the finishing toolbox. I'm also doing an oil change and an air filter change today. Just waiting on that stuff to get here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil draining, get the air filter popped out. So in that way, whenever that new stuff gets here, throw it in and I'm done. So now what I like to do when I'm doing oil changes is I'll take the oil filter, and especially with my F350, the filter's in a very, very easy placement, so I don't have to worry about spilling a bunch of oil out of it. I like to fill this up with oil a few times. That way it helps to soak in before it starts cycling through the truck. So right there you can still see it's soaking up the oil quite a bit. I like to do this that way it just cycles through a lot faster. It's not soaking up the oil after it's going through the motor. So now another trick I like to do is after I get the first quart of oil empty, I'll just use the leftover from what I didn't put in that filter. I go ahead and I cut the top off like this. That way it can just stay there. I can grab a quart, take the cap off, stick it right on top there, and it all drains in. This way, this is in there pretty good, and the way it sits in, it's not going to accidentally pop out. So, you know, like a funnel or like an oil can that has a spout coming out of the bottom, and you have to sit there and hold it, just kind of gets annoying. This is just an easy way I found to do that. Garbage can over here. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today for work. Pretty easy day. Just cleaned and organized my truck, did an oil change, changed the air filter. So Big Yellow is all ready to go for the up and coming concrete season. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's not really anything related to firearms or anything of the sort that I've been doing over at the Freedom Compound, but this just gives you a little look into, you know, some of my day-to-day life outside of my free time. So if you liked what you saw, if you like what I've been doing, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's keep this channel growing, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.